what roles does ethics, what role does ethics play in the human AI relationship? And what do you think companies are currently getting wrong here? And what can they do about it?
So, ethics has a wide range. I think when people think the ethics, they're thinking of they kind of go to cheating and that type of stuff. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is, and I say this all the time, I don't apologize for using AI. I don't, I give it attribution. In fact, I've created virtual Perpeta Paul. He's my person that helps me write a lot of stuff. There he is. He helps me because he's AI. So, don't apologize. Don't make excuses for it. And don't feel guilty about using it because it's a powerful tool. But, ethics is, a lot of people also think ethics is about compliance. And there's the moral compass piece about making sure you're doing the right things and not privacy issues and stuff. That's fine. One of the things that's most important is managing risk. Ethics is really about managing that risk, and you got your likelihood and impact type thing. And you really got to care about the ones that are high likely, high impact. And it's funny because I talk about this in my speeches. And when you identify the things that are highly likely and high impact to your organization, they're not a tech issue, they're people. It's just like, who is the worst person? What's the worst part of your corporate network, like with phishing and stuff? It's not the technology. It's the person who opened the PDF that shouldn't have opened a PDF and now spread a virus on your network, right? It comes down to the people. We spend a lot of time and effort teaching people how to avoid phishing and scams and those types of things. The same thing's true with AI. Most of the AI high risk or ethical issues really related to how we use the AI. So we've just got to continuously build that relationship and teach people that this is the appropriate way or this is not an appropriate way. And if you use it to generate content, which is great, give it attribution or make sure it's your content still. Add your stories, do your pieces, do your parts, and don't be afraid to say, I always tell people, someone says they feel guilty. I said, well, would you talk to your colleague to get ideas and come up with something? They're like, yeah, that's fine. AI is no different. Do you give your colleague, attribution? Well, yeah, I talk about, right. So say, hey, yeah, this is a great way I used AI to do this. And after a while, I think we're going to get past that. I don't think people are going to have to say, yeah, I used AI. I think eventually people are going to be like, well, you didn't use AI? Well, then why not? Right.
We're getting close. We're getting
We're getting
close.
there.
Well, this was so good and so powerful. I really appreciate just your perspective, and you're just so transparent on LinkedIn. And I love how you're breaking down the human side
Yeah.
of AI and really making that a point is we can't lose our authenticity, our vulnerability, that human piece, the relationship piece, especially for those leaders out there that have a platform and that are leading others, right?
Mm-hmm.